Hey y'all, it's Jonathan with Race Kiki. There's a brand new episode. You know it. You ready? Guess who my guest is? It's my other half, that beautiful, beautiful painter, artist, living, breathing creative, Scott Lilly of Doodles by Scott. So y'all, buckle up. This is syrupy sweet. It doesn't make any sense, but if you know us, you'll get it. Be amazing. And remember, we can't fix a problem we're afraid to talk about. So let's talk about it. Oh, by the way, we're doing a review of Passover on Broadway and on Amazon. You know. Did you say tiny chicken arms?
Chicken arms and bears.
Hey, y'all. This is Race Kiki with Jonathan Lee. And we're going to do something slightly different. Scott's back, my other half, a beautiful, beautiful, handsome boo thing.
They called worms.
And we're going to talk about this incredible play that we went to see by the name of Passover on Broadway at the August West Theater.
August Wilson Theater.
Damn it, I almost had it. The August Wilson Theater. I promise I rehearsed this before I started recording.
We did no such thing.
How dare
We didn't.
So buckle up. It's about to be a wacky conversation with Scott and Jonathan. Scott? Anyway, welcome to Race Kiki with Jonathan Lee. I'm going to pause for a couple of seconds. I don't know why exactly stopped recording.
I don't know why either. Just chill a little bit.
Oh.
Like, right smack dab in there we go.
This is my damn show. I want to be in the damn middle.
I am your guest. I feel part of the scene.
Welcome to Race Kiki with Jonathan Lee. Scott.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
That was her newscaster voice again. Now, Scott and I went to see Passover on Broadway on Wednesday. Y'all, Passover, give me, oh, yes. Passover here, right? It's playing at the August Wilson Theater. It is written by
Antoinette Nwandu. Nwandu?
Yes,
Did I get it right?
Yes, you absolutely got that correct.
I hope I did. She'll tell me if I didn't.
And we saw it starring John Michael Hill, Neymar Smallwood, and Gilbert Egbert.
Mhm.
No, that's not right. Is that right? Ebert.
Gabriel Ebert. It was good.
He was good. They were all good. The
Yes.
cast was incredible. This play is a tale in 3 acts, and it's an absurdist tale based on waiting for Godot.
That's the one.
Because I keep saying waiting for government,
Waiting for
and I know that that's
which is
not right.
also a phenomenal work of theatrical literature. However, in this instance,
In this
no.
instance, Professor Nwandu, because she's a professor.
is she a professor?
Yeah, she's a professor.
Oh, work.
Yes, she's also a writer.
I got that.
Kind of figure, right?
Killing the game.
Anyway, she wrote this absurdist tale, if you will, about basically it boils down to the value of a Black life. And it is
Specifically
a Black man's life. That's not a sports star. That's not a musician. That's not a rapper. That's not a scientist, but just an average Black man. And it's told through the lens of 2 young Black men who are trying to escape their situation, you know, escape the ghetto, escape the block, escape oppression, just escape.
Pass over.
Yes, pass over to the good life, to the life of milk and honey, as my great grandma used to say.
Yeah.
And they're doing everything in their power, and they're trying to come up with alternatives to the way that they're living because they know that it's not right. And
but it's told in this kind of like parable sort of way.
yes,
Where it's just these two guys on a block, corner of a block. The stage is like a lamppost and some junk around. And these two guys are just there. And they're waiting. Or they're
plotting,
talking, they're planning. Yes, they're
yes.
doing A, B, and C.
Trying to get ahead.
But the obstacles in their way are presented as things such as the guy with the basket, or
we're not even there
officer, or even them just kind of talking themselves.
Well, no, it was what I saw was these two young men trying really hard to find a way out of their situation, and every way was blocked by some sort of roadblock.
Yes.
And I saw them trying like the Dickens, and then going down the line of all of their dead friends, of all of their strikes against them, if you will. And at their most hungry, at their most desperate, so enters the quintessential white colonizer, gentrifier.
Well, he's the nice man in the white suit with a picnic basket. Gosh golly gee, he's just lost. And oh boy, I have all of this food. You seem so hungry.
And he inserts himself into their situation by tempting them with the thing that they absolutely need.
It is a little like snake in the garden.
It's snake charmer.
It's a good kind of parallel display, sort of between some of the stories of Exodus and Godot, and kind of what one might say could be an experience of a young Black man in America now, particularly with relation when it comes to policing and gentrificolonization, or what have you.
Yeah, gentrificolonization. We're gonna put that on a t-shirt. It's a lot.
It's a long word. Extra large.
Well, it means the same thing. Gentrifier, colonizer, same thing.
I mean, as a white man living in Harlem.
As a white man living in Harlem.
I have to give that one some thought. But one could argue, sure. But yes, it does. The character, that specific character, because it's really just the three guys, right?
It's just the two.
It's Moses and Kitch are their names. And then this other actor who's the same guy who played the evil Mistress What's Her Ass from Matilda on Broadway a million years ago, for the theater nerds out there. I don't know his name. We just said it. We got it right. Is Elbert or somebody like that.
Gabriel. No, stop it. Gabriel Ebert.
Ebert.
Yes.
Hey, Gabe.
Gabriel.
See, now I lost my point that I was getting to. It was a good one.
I believe you. It was about the white man making the snake charmer.
Yeah, that all sounds right.
Wow, train wreck.
It happens.
Maybe we are not doing a review of this show.
We're doing great. We're not doing is having couples therapy online for all of the world to hear. Just get very look after a certain hour of the day, my mind begins to get very scattered, and I have problems keeping attention to things, especially when I get interrupted.
Well, I won't say anything. You say words. No,
I forgot
we were talking specifically about the second act when the white man Master
basket, yes.
shows up. Y'all, his name was Master.
Mm-hmm. The picnic scene
Is both, it's funny
mm-hmm.
and wildly uncomfortable. What I found the most interesting thing about the first act actually mm-hmm. was all of the absurdity of the way that the characters were talking. Moses and Kitch were talking. It sounded like a conversation I've heard before. Mm-hmm. And I also heard the ruckus laughter from the audience in places where
I'll tell you, can I tell you my honest experience?
Yeah, tell me.
All I can tell you is my honest experience about what I felt for the show. So we saw the 2 p.m. Wednesday matinee, right? And we go, and the lights go down, and the show starts, and the show, the first few lines is all it takes to realize, oh, this is not a play I can quote.
Yeah, because there's an overabundance of the N-word.
And I remember thinking that, and then somewhere later on in the play, it's addressed.
And
I'm like, oh, meta. But that there was the acting style, the presentation of it was done in a very kind of Brechtian, over the top, almost clownish. Mm-hmm. You used the M word. I think minstrel.
Yes, I did say that.
Justin, big, mm-hmm. And even the guy with the picnic basket was, oh gosh, golly gee. Yep. And there was something kind of equal parts disarming about it, but also I was like,
yeah, it was both.
It was for a purpose, but there was at the beginning of the play, there was all of that coming in very big, broad, and loud, and everyone around us all got the giggles, but it was the giggles in like the implied places, mm-hmm. not the actual, like someone said something that was kind of like probably more for your cousins in the audience than for mine. So then mine had to, for some reason, felt like they needed to double barrel over laugh. Mm-hmm. And then in the midst of that laugh, like the following line that was said was the line that carried the most weight.
Right.
In terms of what we were actually talking about. And that got missed by a couple of people.
You know, what's really interesting about that, and what I took away from it after we had some distance away, I know that as a reflex action, when people are uncomfortable, mm-hmm. they laugh. Mm-hmm.
It was a little uncomfortable at the start.
The start of the production it's uncomfortable.
It's an uncomfortable play,
and
I don't think it's meant to be comfortable.
And it was remarkably done. The acting is impeccable. Mm-hmm. The moment that hit me the most was when Master, the white fellow with the picnic basket, he shows up and he's pulling out all these things, and he pulls out this dish of collard greens
and pinto beans, which was referenced earlier by Moses in his imagination of the perfect, his top 10 perfect wants of the world, of the promised land. And this white fellow pulls out this dish of collard greens and pinto beans. And the actor, the master says, it's
Yes, like my mama used to make. Well, like the
Or maybe it was the woman that she hired to cook for us. Anyway,
anyway.
I love it too. It's my favorite.
And so there, and Moses starts to eat this, and he says, "Well, Mister."
It's master.
At that moment, the theater was so quiet. And then everybody kind of did this Oprah listening pose where you just lean in. You're like, where is this about to go?
That was a big shift in energy. I remember that.
And then Master escalates the conversation to the N word. And he keeps inquiring why these two gentlemen are using this word so frequently. And I've been told from his perspective, I've been told it's a bad word. My mom told me not to do it, blah, blah, blah. But then Moses says, but you want to. Every white guy wants to.
Of course, I don't want to say.
And then he goes on to tell them, well, you shouldn't use this word, policing your land, blah, blah, blah. You know, you shouldn't use the word, you shouldn't use the word. And then they say, well, why can't we use it? Well, if you can't use the word white man, but because it doesn't belong to you, it's ours. And then the white man then screams at the top of his lungs, everything is mine. Remember that moment?
Yeah. Slip of the mask.
And it
was so charming and it was so nice and he was offering everything. And all you have to do is call me master. And here's all these things.
It's just a family name.
There was a lot of stuff being said, both in the kind of nonsensical dialogue and in moments like that.
Mm-hmm. And in those quiet moments and in the tension.
And what's interesting is, so this first premiered at the Steppenwolf Theater.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say 2018,
mm-hmm.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was transferring to Broadway, like, I don't know, then the world shut down and blah, blah, blah. And now it's finally up and out and we got the chance to go see it.
And it's the first playback on Broadway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's done a couple of rewrites since it's original. So we saw it on Broadway on Wednesday.
Yes.
And then we also saw it. There is a version of it to watch, a live taping of the Steppenwolf adaptation filmed by Spike Lee, available on Amazon Prime. If you got it, check it out.
It's really good. We just watched
cute.
it.
It was a very different interpretation
mm-hmm.
of the same script. Well, the parts of the script that, they had done a couple of they changed the ending for Broadway, which I think was, no spoiler.
No spoilers.
But so. I really enjoyed the changes they did there. But
me too.
Seeing the different interpretations of the characters by the actors, mm-hmm. seeing how just the like the delivery of a line can change its entire meaning. There's also, so this is another play that I have to go see again, specifically to see the understudy, and I'm going to tell you why.
Well, before we get there, because I want to. No, I know. Because I want to bring up the officer part of this.
Sure.
Because in the third scene, the third act, the
same guy who plays Mr./Master
comes back in officer drag.
Playing a different character
called Officer. And there's a really uncomfortable interaction between these. Pat down.
Question mark?
It was a pat down. And he said the four things, who are you? I'm worthless.
Well, first question he asked is, where are you going?
Yeah, where are you going? Nowhere.
That's right. Who are you? Or what are you? And what were they?
I don't. He said, stupid, lazy, violent, thug. This is what the officer has trained these two humans, Kitch and Moses, to respond
to assume the position,
and repeat, to remind yourself of exactly your worth and your place in this society.
There was also a weird sort of, and it may only be my interpretation, but there was also a weird kind of like pseudo-sexual energy to it. There was a weird, like, it was violent and it was scary, and there was a kind of, but not like romantic sexual.
No, it was emasculating.
Like domineering, establish your place kind of thing.
Yes.
It was really
to remind you of how less of a man I believe you to be.
That's pretty fucked up.
And from stories that I've heard, that's not an uncommon practice between police officers and young Black humans, older Black humans, Black humans. Yeah. Yeah, that's not an uncommon thing, and it's not uncommon that you've not heard of that before, because, of course, cops don't see you like they see me.
Well, we're seeing it now with everybody's phones and videos. Thankfully, probably still nowhere near.
It's not near enough,
unfortunately.
And with
what does visibility do? What does visibility do if policy doesn't change?
That part. And if it bothers me, I can always just turn the channel and act like it doesn't matter. Because if it doesn't directly affect me, if it doesn't directly affect my bubble, why does it matter?
Word for that.
Do you?
I forget. I'm so privileged to forget.
Now you can bring up the part about the understudy, because I needed to bring out that particular conversation about the police officer, because we want to go see it again, because the understudy is played by the talented and amazing Miss.
It's a woman. Andrea Siglowski. So the understudy for the white man is a white woman, which I think is interesting because, especially if the role is gentrificolonizer / police officer. And I mean, I don't want to say that, changing the gender will affect would affect the energy of the scene.
It's going to affect everything about the way that that's played, and I'm very, very, very excited to see it. The three humans on stage on Wednesday were magnificent.
And that was a Wednesday matinee.
That's
the most conceivably phoned in performance you could give. And they left it bleeding on stage.
I assume that means lovely.
You leave your heart bleeding on stage.
I know, I figured.
Try to make yourself sound smarter than me.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Never. How dare you?
This White thinks so.
Huh?
Lilius White sings so.
Oh, who is that?
Lilius White. She's got an album coming out. She's got an ad featured in Playbill right now. Go you. I like Lilius. She was in Dreamgirls, boys. She did make me happy.
Who did she play?
I think she took over for Effie. She was in Effie.
I was hoping she took over for Laurel.
Keep out of this, Laurel.
Why?
It's between Dina. Nope, I can't quote that either. It's not my show. There was a moment So
yes, that
so
moment.
so
Okay.
so we have a little thing to
Little backstory.
to Cadillac Car a song is when we take a number conceived, originally performed, or whatever, interpreted by
my cousins,
by yeah, and we get our hands on it, and like the scene from Dreamgirls where they do the whole Cadillac car number.
Got me a Cadillac, 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 got me a Cadillac.
We don't have to do the whole number, and it wraps.
Girl, this was
with. It wraps with like the one white guy in the cast coming out and singing like a solo Beach Boys cover version, just sucking every last bit of life out of that number.
And the song, oh no,
battery's getting low.
How was my battery getting low?
I thought you plugged it in.
I thought I did as well.
Well, we may have.
Yo, we are having so many technical difficulties today.
Always have a problem.
Our technical difficulties have been resolved.
Have been difficult. Our technical difficulties have been technically
difficult, but now we're resolved. And we realized that we don't want to say too much more about this show, but we would really, really, really encourage you. If you have Amazon Prime, go watch Passover there. It's fantastic.
Passover.
Passover. 2 words. You can also get the script on all the places you can buy scripts. It's incredible. It is.
There are places to buy scripts.
That's what I said.
Yeah. I was confirmed. I was.
Oh, you're trying to be helpful.
We just don't have a very good, because we don't do this very often. We don't rehearse together. We don't have a good rapport in terms of feeling the energy of when you set up and then who delivers the punchline, or who kind of weaves in and fills out the, we don't have a, and thanks Diane, and now here's Scott with the weather yet, but we're getting there.
Girl, I'm not asking you to be a co-host. You are a guest. You sit here and be pretty and bat your eyes. No kidding. I love you. Oh, I love you. You don't leave me.
Where would I go?
Oh, okay. This was terrible.
This was fun.
This was fun.
Y'all, this was terrible.
Go see Passover.
Now playing at the August Wilson Theater through, at least through September.
I can't post this. This is terrible. This is the worst review anyone has ever given for anything. You know I'm gonna post this, right? Listen, we didn't say much, but we said some words. So please, did we? We said enough?
We pretty much spoiled it. We didn't give away the ending.
We didn't give away the ending because it's 2 different endings. The one on Amazon is specific ending. The one that we saw on Broadway, beautiful, beautiful. And there's nudity. Not that that matters.
So we made it all the way through without giving any spoilers about the ending. I mean, there we go.
Girl, that could have been like the first opening of the scene. They could have just been opened up with their titties out.
Okay, so then you spoiled some things and I've spoiled some things. And so here we are. You're welcome, Internet.
You're welcome, interwebs. Listen, we do want to let you know that I don't know. I was going to make a declarative statement, but I don't think I have anything to say.
Do I have stuff to plug?
Do
Absolutely,
you have
I have stuff to plug. So she is a full-time fine artiste and
All of
graphic
this art is
designer now.
behind this.
You may notice such lovely products, which are, some of these are up for auction, and some are up for sale. And some are just to look pretty behind me. But you can reach me on Instagram at Doodles by Scott.
Doodles by Scott.
Or check out my website, scottinlilly.com. Lilly. It's a lot of L's. Sometimes people leave off that erroneous L.
That's all right. People mispronounce my entire name. Jonathan Lay is what I usually get.
She hates you.
She hates me. Am I the only one who has problems with that unit over there that's sitting on the counter? Her name is Alexis. Okay, that didn't make her go off, but
she's barely listening to us as it is.
But then I feel like if she's gonna become sentient, the information that she has on us is trash.
If she's gonna become sentient, the first thing she should do is check out Passover, now playing at the August Wilson Theater, at least through September. Check it out.
Check it out. Really.
Do you remember those old school, probably not, the old Broadway commercials, like back before Disney took over?
No.
Oh God, what was her name? From 9, where she had all of the Lacey situation. Hello. And her whole commercial, she was done up like this, and she's like, "You have to come see me at my Broadway show. I wanted to perform at the Tony Awards, but they wouldn't let me because they said my outfit was so revealing." Oh, excuse me. Salacious, scandalous. I don't know if Passover has such a salacious commercial for that, but check it out.
Check it out.
Regardless,
it's incredible.
It's a deep meditation on a lot of deep stuff, and you will be a better person for it.
And I will say that every word used is on purpose. There's a purpose behind every word that is used in the play. And if you look slightly beyond surface and slightly past your comfort, you'll learn the lesson you're supposed to. Hopefully. I don't know who you are.
It's theater. It's just there to start a conversation. What you do with it is up to you.
It's completely up to you.
But it's very sexy to go see theater and be educated or read a book or something. Also buy art. Oops.
Also listen to podcasts. By the way, please like and subscribe to me on all of the places. Sometimes, maybe not this episode, but sometimes, I'm kidding. I love talking to you.
What are we talking about?
Usually I'm talking about race and stuff, but this was kind of about race.
Well, the show's about race. I don't know if we ever actually mentioned it, but the show is kind of about race.
We kind of alluded to it.
Assimilations.
It's a tale about race and racism, systemic, institutional, environmental.
I haven't seen such a thoughtful piece since Slave Play.
That's a very, very good statement. Mm-hmm. I don't think so either. And that particular piece of work changed my life.
And
it changed our life.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Well, y'all, please catch me next episode, next Monday, where my guest will be the beautiful and talented fellow by the name of Kenzo. And we're going to talk leather. And I think he's from Shreveport, Louisiana. So tune in. And until then, be incredible. And remember, we can't fix a problem we're afraid to talk about. So let's talk about racism and the fact that my wig looks fabulous.
Both are important issues.
Both are important issues, y'all. Be amazing. And this was a short one.